Bonus question to start. On a scale of 1 through 10, how much did you miss the quiz this season? It's multiple choice, like all quiz questions. Your options are 1, 2, or 1. How much did you miss the quiz this season on a scale of 1 through 10?
Preseason quiz.
Yeah, I know you don't care. Don't answer that question. We don't want to break Quizmaster's heart early. This one calls for a crystal ball. Who will finish, not start the season, on Auston Matthews' right wing? Matthias Michelli, Max Domi, William Nylander, or a player to be named later, a.k.a. a trade acquisition, Cheryl?
Matthias Michelli, and I think this is a little bit earlier for this question when we haven't played a regular season game yet. However, if I'm going to choose someone, I'm going to go with him when you consider he had 57 points 2 seasons ago. But what I like about his game is that he's got a good set of hands, an IQ, and an ability to distribute. But you also have to have pace to be able to get up in the play when you're playing alongside someone like Auston Matthews. So looking pretty good tonight, so I'm going to stick with Michelli.
Well, if we're going on this game, yes, Michelli, but I am not going on this game. I am going with the trade acquisition. That's D, and I will be even a little bit more specific.
Oh, name the player.
I'm not going to name the player, but a right shot top 6. Somebody who can slide in there, and there'll be lots of teams that think they're really good about 20 games in and then realize they're not, and that's where Tree will pounce.
Yeah, I agree. Trade acquisition makes the most sense, and the general manager has been very upfront talking to the media and saying that he's been looking long and hard for a top 6 forward. And maybe it's not specific to the right wing with Nyes and Matthews, but I think it's a bit of a tall ask for Michelli.
Would have been better if you named the player. Since the captain says reporters only have 2 more weeks to ask questions about Mitch Marner, which I say is fair, we're asking one before time runs out. Which stat and what it represents will the Leafs miss most from their ex-Leaf? 75 assists, 102 points, or 21 minutes and 19 seconds of average ice time? Noodles.
It's going to be A for me, and that's 75 assists, because if you look at Mitch Marner's body of work, he's an elite passer. 27 primary PP assists, 16 primary, 27 on the power play. So you look at top players getting great looks, Mitch Marner puts it on a tee for them.
102 points is what they're going to miss most. The Quizmaster always reminds me goals matter more.
Yes.
Right? The assists, I get it. That's big stuff. But you look at the goals that Marner provided, 25 or more the last 4 years. Where are they coming from?
21-19 for me, and it's not so much about the ice time, but it's about the distribution of that ice time. You said it, power play points. So he's on your first unit power play, your first unit PK. So those are 2 roles that you now have to fill. And when I look at that, I say collectively with that ice time, I'm going with that.
I teased this one earlier, TSN revealing its top 50 this week. I mentioned Stützle is at 35, Tkachuk's at 37, Jake Sanderson is at 43 on the list. Who will be Ottawa's most important skater this season? Stützle, Tkachuk, or Sanderson, Cheryl?
Timmy Stützle for me, and this was tough for me, right? I love to look at the D and Jake Sanderson. You know what he's going to bring, and Tkachuk, but I think when you are a 1C and you have a team that needs offense, in particular at 5-on-5, I'm looking straight at Timmy Stützle to look more than getting 24 goals net this season, but also shoot that puck. Yeah. Shoot that puck, find the back of the net.
Exactly. It's Timmy's superstar for me. Yeah. That's what I call him on the broadcast, because offensively, he's their most important player. And you talked about 5-on-5 scoring. I also think Jake Sanderson's very important, but if you look at that D-core, it's very balanced. You need scoring up front. Timmy is going to lead that.
Look, it's egregious that Jake Sanderson is 43 on this list, and I demand there should be an immediate investigation as to how that is. From 4 Nations to the end of the year, Jake Sanderson was lights out good, and there's strong reason to think that he'll be that way. Many nights he's their most valuable player.
I think what's key for the Sens is next year when we do this list, one of these guys has to be like top 20, like Sanderson or Stützle. That'll show that they've taken another leap forward. Yay or nay, notwithstanding his self-described terrible start to the preseason, Linus Ullmark has what it takes to lead the Sens on a lengthy playoff run. It's yay or nay, agree or disagree, Drakes?
Yay. I'm positive. I'm more of a glass half full. It's a new me. And I do believe that Linus Ullmark is capable of showing the signs, the goaltending, the poise, the calmness that we've seen historically. Maybe not always in Ottawa, but historically.
Cheryl.
Yay for me as well. And, you know, there's not a massive body of work there, but when he's busy, he tends to play better. But I also look at him and I say to myself, you know what? Here's a guy who's got a better team defensively in front of him as well. Yep. So now all of a sudden, if they're in the playoffs and they're on a run, you know, it's also because they're pushing to the outside.
All about confidence, and it's yay for me because I do believe Linus Ullmark is going to lead them to the promised land to get into the playoffs and and go deep into the playoffs. He's their #1 guy, and when he's confident, he's one of the best in the league.
Generally believe with goalies, the second year with a new team after a big contract, usually they settle in more. We'll see if that happens on the quiz.